Well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be testing out these vintage HO scale locomotives to see if they work or not. These locomotives were very generously sent in from David Z to G scale, but I have yet to test them, so I thought we'd all go through them together and see what works and what needs work. Anyway, let's get started. So, we're going to begin our test today with this little Rock Island switcher from Marx. This little engine is really cool. I just really like the paint scheme on it, and these old Marx engines are actually really tough, so my guess is going to be that this thing is going to start. Anyway, let's put it on the track and find out for ourselves. So let's give it some power here. Oh, saw a little something there. Yep. Oh, it's derailed. Okay, it's a runner, but well, could definitely use a little bit of work. It's got a bit of a high current draw right there, but it is a runner nonetheless. So yeah, I guess we can call that one a success. Anyway, I guess next off, what should we try to run? How's about the Durango? I don't think this one's gonna start. It was sent as a parts locomotive, but we can try to run it nonetheless. Just see, maybe we'll get some activity. Who knows? This is an old Tyco, though. These can be a little bit of a mixed bag. Well, I'll be darned. It started with no problems. That's a good runner. Well, I guess I underestimated Tyco. I shouldn't have done that, but it is a runner. Tyco power. Well, power torque. Anyway, there's also this engine. This is a Santa Fe locomotive. Anyway, I think this thing's gonna start. It's an AHM, and these old AHMs, they aren't, the most cosmetically, detailed locomotives out there, but one thing I will give them credit for, they're usually fairly robust. So, yep, it's not running very well, but it is running. See if we can haul it back here. I'm gonna do this at full power. Yeah, I mean, it could use a little bit of work, but it's a runner nonetheless, so I'm very pleased with that. Why don't we test out this? I'm kind of curious to see if this runs or not. I think this one might start up there, but it is an old Tyco, so I don't know. I underestimated the last Tyco. Okay, so it is running. It's a little bit sluggish. That's full power, and it's a lot of power for a power torque. I mean, it's running. It needs work though. There's definitely some old grease or something holding that back. That should be flying around. So yeah, there's that. Here, why don't we have a go at this one? Now, I don't think this one's going to start. I'm pretty sure David Z to G scale mentioned that this thing was, I think, a complete project. But you never know. Might just. Let's give it some power here. And it would appear that we don't have any current draw, so doesn't necessarily mean it's got a bad motor or anything like that, but there's clearly some sort of an electrical issue. We also don't have a light, so I'm going to say that wire that connects them is probably broken somewhere and is preventing this thing from running. It is such a beautiful engine, though. An old sea liner there. Or not sea liner, sorry, shark nose. Yeah, quite a beauty there. Anyway, up next is this Conrail locomotive. This is a RSO. These old RSOs are very similar to the old AHMs. They're pretty reliable in my experience. Again, they're not the most detailed. And the hobby, a lot of people in the hobby kind of knock them. I actually quite like the old RSOs, but, well, I find them reliable. And this one seems to start. It's not a perfect runner, but it is a runner nonetheless. Light's doing a bit of funny stuff, but yeah, it's a fine runner for what it is, and yeah, I like the Conrail paint scheme. I don't have a ton of Conrail stuff, so that makes this sort of unique. Now, last but not least, we got the New Haven F unit. This is a really cool looking F unit. I really do like the paint scheme on it there. Who's this by? I think it's AHM. No, it's another RSO. So, my guess is going to be it will start, because it's an old RSO, but you never know. Let's give it some power. Nothing. Yeah, we're not getting any current draw from the controller there, so you can see that it's not picking up power even when I jiggle it on the track. So this thing has some sort of an electrical issue. No idea what, probably a broken solder joint. Well, folks, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed getting to test all these locomotives. It was a lot of fun. And I'd like to give a big thanks to David Z to G Scale for sending all of these locomotives. It was very generous and thoughtful of him. And I think they're all going to make for some really fun projects in the future. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyways, with that, I will finish off the video. Thanks for watching, everyone.